live to fight another day. He's trying to run back very, very slowly. Now these Zerglings going for the Nexus while it's still building, so looking to basically just cause a lot of damage while he's got the upper hand. I really like this by Filthy, just keeping up the pressure.
Yeah, Filthy's really played himself into a strong position with his Zergling micro, and I have no idea how that solitary Zealot survived. He's like the experienced veteran now. For some reason, they just sort of left him alive to go tell his buddies about how horrific the battle was. But no, we are seeing Zergling still streaming out for Filthy, who is getting his Spire online now. So he's looking to get that really, really strong early air out. But meanwhile, Stroggos has done this nice switch into sentries, and even though he didn't have the numbers in that battle, I think the composition is going to be much better for him, and he's going to be able to defend this ramp really, really well. But he doesn't really want to be contained this badly by a Zerg. I mean, we are seeing really, really aggressive use of these Zerglings here by to Filthy, and I'd imagine we are seeing a robotics bay with robotics facility going up. I imagine we'll see a robot bay very, very shortly, and Colossi come out to counter this mass Zergling, forcing a cancel there by Stroggos. So Stroggos is really getting set behind in the macro here. It's really unfortunate that he has to cancel. So Filthy is just keeping up the pressure. And the good thing from a Zerg point of view is while he's able to be so aggressive with his Zerglings, it means that he can stockpile resources for his mutas, which he's doing, and then he can pump mutas out and start the harassment from the other side of his base, and that's going to force Stroggos to start to think about moving his sentries into defense. So once these mutas get out on the map, I imagine that Filthy is going to be in a really strong position.
I like this, of course, the super highway being created by Filthy now. He's had him contained for so long that he's slowly moving this creep out. Meanwhile, these Zerglings will take out the rocks at the gold expansion, at least well, they attempted to for the moment, but just had to push back, just in case, I guess. Now, the Stroggos army, the Protoss army, in a line there, so nothing's getting past those guys unless there's a weak link there. So, Stroggos really needs to get this Nexus up while he has some peace and quiet for the moment, because if he falls behind any further, really it's going to be very, very detrimental. Meanwhile, these Mutalisks coming around the back of the base into the probe line, so catching Stroggos unaware, really causing massive, massive damage to these probes now. These sentries slowly getting there, but it's so much damage being caused by these Mutalisks and none of them being taken out. So really, really like this play by Filthy. He's just got to be careful just not to lose any of these mutas too cheaply here, because he had the drop, and really these Zealots now away from their buddies, so some of these can be taken out too. So very, very good micro by Filthy, just very good positioning, and it's really catching Stroggos on the back foot. He just doesn't have much of an answer right now because he's just being contained, and the super highway of the Zerg player is slowly creeping up.
Yeah, well, I think it's testament to how well that Filthy was using his Zerglings that Stroggos set up this infantry line here across his base to deny that Zergling harassment. But we are seeing this move out here by Stroggos. We are seeing that Colossi online, but the Mutalisks going to work on that Colossi while we're seeing this line of Zealots and Stalkers trying to claw their way back into the game. The Stalkers really trying to pile up the muta kills, but there's so many ground-based troops that can't shoot air, so these mutas are able to go to work. More Stalkers coming through, so a good tactical withdrawal there from Stroggos, but he may lose his Colossi, which he really doesn't want to do. But these mutas are committing to this attack, taking out these Stalkers, and Stroggos calls GG, recognizing how well Filthy contained him. So I really like the way Filthy used those Zerglings. I mean, Stroggos was trying to get himself back in the game with a nice composition, and he was quite strong there in the early game, but Filthy was just way too good with those Zerglings that it gave him so much freedom to macro up and get those mutas out. So yeah, really, really good game there.
Yeah, love that play by Filthy. Just, he just had nothing but Zerglings for so much of that game, but he did so much with them and really caused so much damage just economically by not letting him put that Nexus up. And fantastic play. He kept very, very cool there. He even teched to mutas to catch him off guard there at the end. So love that play by Filthy, and he's going to go through, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Adios.